This is the Randi Rhodes Show on 960 KNEW and online at 960KNEW.com.
One November day closer to turkey, and that tryptophan nap you can use to ignore the rest of your family. It's BS News for this Monday, the 18th of November, 2013, and away we go. Dateline, Blago redux. Rod Blagojevich is back in the news. You remember him. An appeals court is going to consider giving a new trial to the disgraced former governor of Illinois. The request for a new trial was filed by lawyers for Blagojevich and by late-night comedians who are tired of only having Donald Trump to do bad hair jokes about. Dateline, Red State Blues. A Harvard study shows that older liberal men have healthy sex lives well into their 80s, but that conservative men, on average, completely shut down their sex lives by age 68. That's not good, especially considering that there are hardly any conservative men younger than 68. Dateline, I jinx. A survey says that 45% of married people who cheat say they did it because their partner spends way too much time on the smartphone or tablet. The number one response from the tech-addicted people who were being cheated on was, Huh? What? Huh?
What?
Oh, yeah, whatever. That's great. Dateline, sluggish. Scientists studying sea slugs say that when the creatures mate, the male uses its hoo-ha to poke a hole between the eyes of the female and inject her with a chemical that makes her receptive. While you're working that image out in your head, I can tell you it's a reproductive strategy only observed previously in Toronto Mayor Rob Ford. Train wreck, eh? Finally, Dateline, gluteus maximodo. Medical researchers have developed a robotic butt. The prosthetic posterior is hooked up to a computer screen featuring a virtual male patient. It allows doctors to practice giving prostate exams and also to practice finally coming up with the comeback for the line, "Whoa, doc, no further unless you want to buy me dinner, okay, pal?" Moon River. That's about all the silly I can muster for today. It's BS News for Monday. Have a great week.
Woohoo! It's Monday all over the world. All right, so now I'm watching, they're having some city council meeting in Toronto to strip Rob Ford of his powers. There are a lot of people here in America that should run for this mayor's job in Toronto. People with bad, Alec Baldwin could be the mayor of Toronto. That's, George Zimmerman. Wouldn't that be a great election? That would be good. But anyway, it looks like there was some fight broke out at the Toronto City Council today. It looks like an unprecedented council meeting descended temporarily into chaos on Monday when Mayor Rob Ford and Councillor Doug Ford got into a screaming match with spectators. So isn't that his brother? Isn't Doug his brother? It's so Canadian. His name
Bob and Doug.
Right. It's so Canadian. The dispute was ignited about 2 hours into the meeting. Well, of course, because unless he does a line, of course in 2 hours he's going to get like bitchy and nasty. Why don't you know this? Ford rose from his seat and walked toward the back of the chambers with a member of his staff who appeared to be filming members of the public seated there. While some spectators expressed their support, others chanted shame, 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 and Doug Ford got into a standoff with one man calling him a punk. The counselor who earlier accused the members of the public gathered for the meeting of being union supporters told the crowd, "Why don't we get the real people of Toronto here?" His voice raised. The mayor yelled, "You don't like saving money? I'm saving millions." Councillor Pam McConnell, who was barely 5 feet tall, was knocked off her feet as Rob Ford charged through council chambers during the melee. "This is a seat of democracy, not a football field," McConnell said. "I wasn't ready for that." Councillor Paula Fletcher made the rounds of the public after things settled down, telling everyone to remain calm. Oh, you know that girl. Just remain calm. Everything will be all right. You know that one, right? She's always the one with the clipboard. You never know why, but it just seems like she's in charge. Everybody calm down. It'll all be all right. Get out of my way.